What's up, y'all? Back with another video. So yeah, so the market seems to be making some type of move today. We got Bitcoin back at 8,300. Ethereum looking right around 540. Ripple 68 cents. Neo $66. Litecoin at 156. Looks like Litecoin's been holding pretty strong after the initial fall. Um, Narrow at 214, Dash at 400, and everything seems to be going up. The reason for it, I think there's a couple reasons for it going up right now. Yesterday, the G20 summit started, and the big news that came out was the quote that cryptocurrency does not pose a risk to the financial system. It looks like they'll hold off on looking to regulate at any time in the near future. So yeah, was initially had what sent the market kind of into an upswing. As soon as the news hit, you saw a lot of people online just talking about what that could mean, and just looking at how everything is played out. We got to see appears to be obvious market manipulation. With the run up, with the crash, with all the FUD in the last recent weeks, with the news coming, at the very bottom, at where we were thinking the bottom was going to hit, along with yesterday, not just did the G20 summit have positive words. People are starting to really confirm the rumor that ICO is going to be allowed again in South Korea. So, last few days, 3 or 4 days, I've seen a couple of rumors floating around saying that ICOs may be allowed. Now it seems to be picking up a little bit of steam. Maybe the articles are pulling from each other and creating this kind of this idea, but the idea is out there that the ICO ban may be lifted. So if that's true, with that hitting the market at this particular time, in the middle of all this FUD, after a lot of people who bought in high sold off, just hoping to save some of their money. This is a brutal, dirty game. I think they are ushering this in. They're ushering this in slowly, and they're making a lot of money while they're doing it. They're building up for these bubbles, cashing out, waiting for them to pop, pushing the price down, and then buying back in. If you had bought in at 20, if you had rolled it up to 20 from whatever, sold off and bought back in at when it dropped to 6, or whether it dropped to 11 the first time or whatever, you could be making lots of money. And I'm sure there are people who are familiar with the news cycle, who are familiar with what's going to happen at some of these summits before it happens. They are making tons of money buying on these bottoms because this is an unregulated market. Market manipulation isn't something people are looking at that closely. I think it will come eventually, but they're gonna make a lot of money in this space while they usher this in to the regular folk. And us normal people who don't have any connections, who don't know when these bubbles are gonna pop, we can make predictions, we can check the charts, and those are usually pretty good indicators. A lot of people predicted the run up to 20 or close to it. I think it got a little bit higher than a lot of people thought, and a lot of people predicted the pop. But as new traders, we always not new traders, but as traders in the space, we kind of get kind of greedy sometimes, and you don't sell you never know when it's gonna happen. So it could have went to 27 and you missed out on that 7 grand. Who knows? That's what we're always thinking. We don't know when the bubble's gonna pop, but we know usually when we're in a small bubble. Um, it looks like now we've passed through that, hit the bottom, and we're coming back up. So with the things coming up this summer, with the consensus coming up in May, and we're still waiting for other things we heard about last year to happen, like Coinbase adding more tokens. Whatever token gets added to Coinbase next, you could see a real return on that pretty quickly. And I'm hoping it's Neo, because we've been Neo's been holding strong at the number 7 spot. Neo, I also want to start picking up some more Monero. So, I think those are probably some of the tokens they may want to put on next. I don't know about how, Cardano. I'm not sure. I'm just not sure. So, I'm more betting on Neo. I think Cardano is a project which is a ways out from what I've gathered in my research. But Neo seems to be on a path that's more immediate and has some revelations coming in the near future. So that's where the majority of my holdings are, along with Omisco and some other these smaller tokens. I'm holding some Enigma still and things like that. Obviously, I'm accumulating gas while I'm holding Neo. But yeah, man, this is if we continue this uptrend from here, and start to hit prices from a month ago or 2 months ago, and surpass those in the next 6 months or so, we could probably agree that we'll look back at this and say, wow, that was a lot of FUD, and we always know it while we're in it, but it's kind of hard to see at times. But yeah, it looks like they're manipulating the market, manipulating the media, and buying in and selling at the highs. And that's really, if you have information to into these sources, you can definitely do that. And it's not to say that no one does. I would assume that someone does. I would assume that a group of people do. All right, so yeah, that's pretty much my video today, man. Market is back up, man. Is crypto back? Is the bull run back in effect? We'll have to wait and see, but it's looking good so far. So once again, thank y'all for checking out the video. Hit subscribe if you haven't already. Like the video, and y'all keep buying that crypto.